every now and then, get a customer that walks into your door, and you look at him, and you've been reminded, damn, this is my customer. It's been that long since he's come in. And in this tutorial, this is a perfect example of that customer. It's been a long time. Now, you gotta commend them because they don't cheat. Fonz, you got any of those customers
that don't cheat on you?
That they refuse to cheat.
Yeah, I do, and I feel bad for them because sometimes they'll wait too long. I'm like, damn, bro, you didn't. I mean, it would have been alright. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. It's probably better you cheat than to do
some
this.
Points.
Okay. Now I appreciate it, but you guys get what I'm saying. So in this tutorial, we're gonna change this man's life. We're gonna bring him back. We're gonna resurrect him. He's been lost. He's been gone. And enough talking. Let's get started. I have no words. I have no words. Alright, here we go. We're gonna start with our number 2 guard on the sides to debulk everything. This is gonna be our base, is what we're gonna blend out into. And once we get up anywhere near the parietal ridge, I'm coming off of the head. I don't want it to look like an undercut. I don't want it to look like a bowl cut. I just want to I want it to actually come off the head, the hair, right? So the curls. I want the shape to almost be like triangular into the fade. So that's why I'm coming off of the head. I don't want it to be too squared, I should say. And even off the occipital bone, I'm coming off the head too. And you can see how it's giving that triangular shape. So once we do that, we can go ahead and start our initial guideline. And we've already done a number 2, so we know we're blending into a number 2. And if you notice my initial guideline, it follows the same shape as his parietal ridge, pretty much. And I'm using my cordless Andes T outliners to ball them out. Since I have the clip in my hand, I'm going to start off blending the beard in. He's going to get like a half. He's going to keep it real short, the beard. And since we're already here, I'm just going to blend that out. Alright, so our next guideline is created with the blade open. And guys, this is typically how I cut hair in the shop. The whole typewriter look, like right here I have my number 1 open. I'll do that all the way around the head. And then if I close it, I'll do that all the way around the head. If I have my 1.5 guard, I'll do that all the way around the head. Most of the time, if you see me doing one side, then the other side is for YouTube or teaching classes. And that's what we have. We have the number 1 guard on right now with the blade open. Typically I use the red guard. Today I'm using a black one. Hey, my cousin Tito killed these beats. Make sure you guys check out his YouTube channel. Click the link if you guys want more beats. I believe his SoundCloud is on his YouTube channel too, so go check him out. It's in the description. I'm using the 1.5 guard now. Since we finished with the 1 open and we know the last guard we used was the number 2, the 1.5 guard is gonna bring those 2 guards together. It's gonna bring the 1.5, the 1 open, and the number 2. What's missing in the middle is that 1.5 guard, so it brings it together. Alright, so now we're going to start taking out this line above the blade open. I'm doing that with my number 1 guard closed. Sometimes you might need the half guard or follow it up with the blade open again. We'll see how it goes on him, and if we need to make some adjustments, we will. can see the number one guard close is taking out that line. Well, I think a lot of people struggle taking out the blade open to the one guard. Like a lot of times people use the half guard, and I don't think it's necessary for everyone. And then once we're done with this number one guard closed, like it's ready to take out that bottom line, I feel like. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm starting out with my blade open just to be safe, and then I'm gonna close it as we go down to take out that bottom line. Eventually this clipper will be all the way closed with no guard on, and the fade should be done. Alright, so at this point you see the clipper is closed and we're taking out that bottom line. I feel like the haircut's not even done and there's already a drastic change in this man's image. Like, looks younger. He look like he got money now. He looking like he got money. Before he reminded me of Fonz. He was reminding me of Fonz before. But now it'll be interesting to see what I can do on Fonz. The back sometimes, man, is the hardest to fade. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate. But I just take my time and I cut it in different angles to make sure that it looks good in any angle. And it flows into the side. I don't want it to look like the back doesn't look like it flows into the side. You can see the back is looking like it's coming together. Bro, what a difference already. Alright, so now we're gonna start to shape the top. And I'm doing scissor over comb, keeping that shape where it kind of comes off of the head, but just making it look more defined, a little cleaner. Do this all the way around the head. We'll shape the top, and I'll show you guys like a front profile of the new shape he's gonna have. And the reason why I don't wet it and cut it is because he has super curly texture hair, and when it's wet, curls change. When it's dry, it changes. If this is how he's gonna wear his hair, I want to cut it. I want to cut it in the form or in a dry state, because that's how it's gonna stay. That was horrible. I didn't know how to word that. But you guys, I hope you guys get what I'm saying. Like, I want to cut it into the finished look, I should say. Alright, so now we're lining him up, not forcing anything, trying to keep it all natural. I did talk him into letting me use the Beam Team cordless compressor, and he let me, so you'll see that as well. And like, his facial hair is so coarse and thick. It's like even if you pass the razor and the shaver to get rid of that like 5 o'clock shadow where you lined it up, tomorrow is gonna be grown out. Like, I need some of this in my beard. Like, if that was possible, if people could donate some of that, I could have a full beard. So what I'm noticing as I'm shaping him up is that it looks real dark there. So I went back with my number 2 and just lowered it so it would look better. I keep it dark there on purpose to try to give it a more defined line, but it just wasn't working out. So I just lowered it down some more, and I think that looks much better. But this is my guy though. This client right here, he's been my client for a real long time, and he's a hooper too, man. My man can shoot the rock. Like, we used to play in a league together. That man can stroke the ball, yo. He can shoot. And high energy guy, real good peoples, man. All right, so we're finishing everything off with the shaver. Getting it real nice, tight on the sides, especially since his hair grows so fast. Underneath the beard as well, on the neck, using the Babylist shavers. Review coming soon, guys. I just want to spend a little bit more time with him. Alright, now we're using 245 shave gel, and we're going to start really refining his lineup. And you'll see how much the razor makes the lineup pop more. With his hair being so coarse, to try to get rid of as much of that 5 o'clock shadow as possible, you notice I try to go against the grain, and you can see the difference already though. Like, the lineup is much cleaner, made the haircut pop much more, and to me this is a transformation. Like, my man looks totally different. So now we're gonna use the Beam Team cordless compressor just to fill in his lighter areas. Not to hide a bad haircut, but just to enhance his haircut, man. And the color doesn't drip. It doesn't like drip on your face when it gets wet. It is a hair color, a hair dye. He can wet his scalp, his hair. No, there's no run. I don't know where people get that from. But thank you guys for watching. Love y'all. Subscribe, hit the like button, all that.